Yay, we're going to be teaching you how to channel the spirit world, your loved ones, or your guides. So stick around. You won't want to miss this because I'm going to be guiding you through a process. It's really simple, and that's what I hope you'll leave this with understanding. People make it way too complicated when it's really simple, and that's because you are connected to the spirit world all the time, right? You're a soul, right? A soul, and your body is within your soul. So, of course, you can channel your higher self, and of course, you can channel a loved one on the other side, or a spirit guide, or anyone in non physical. And we're going to lead you to that. So I want you to sit back and relax. And most of all, I want you to have an open mind because your beliefs create your experience. And so I'm not expecting you to 100% believe this yet. What I do invite you to do is to just be open minded and explore this, right? Just explore it and give it a try. That's how you get your own evidence of the afterlife, by just having the courage to just step into it and see what happens. So dispel any fears you have or misconceptions you have about the afterlife. It's all normal and natural as part of existence. As I said, you are a soul having an experience in a body, right? And that's your true nature. So this is a natural part of being human, and you're going to discover that in a moment, right? So there's three things I'm going to lead you through, and I'm going to reinforce what these takeaways are, and I'm going to guide you into it. But first, you're going to experience blending and connecting with whoever it is on the other side that you want to channel. In this case, I'm just saying channel, like merge with and interact with, because channeling doesn't have to be just verbal communication. Channeling can be an experience of the other side in terms of physical sensations, just visions that come into your mind, or even symbols that drop into your awareness. It could be something you hear out of the blue that shouldn't be in your space. It could be something you taste that, again, shouldn't be in your throat, something that you smell that is in your space that, again, shouldn't necessarily be there. It can be any of your senses, right? It's not just like a voice talking to you or words that come into your mind, although it can be that too, right? We need to expand our definition of what channeling is. And certainly it is about written communication. And that's why we recently taught a workshop on automatic writing, and it's here in the description box if you want to pick it up for Black Friday, since this is Thanksgiving weekend right now. The price has been discounted by $20, so grab it if you're interested. But we're going to give you a taste of it, a taste of what that workshop was really about. And I really want you to understand that it is simple. Simple, so simple. That's why you think you're making it up. That's why you think that what you hear in your mind, the message you get, you just think it's you making it up, when it could very well be the other side, or at the very least, your own higher self trying to communicate with you, because it is. It's trying to guide you, support you, or help you 24/7. So let's be open minded here and just experience whatever we're willing to experience in this moment, right? Just stay with me, all right? So let's get right to it. Wherever you are, if you're listening to this and you're driving, don't continue. You want to put that on pause, because I tend to take people deep into a trance state, and I don't want you to go into a zone like that while you're driving. So if you're listening to this while you're driving, turn it off. But if not, get comfortable wherever you are, because being in a relaxed state is the key to any spirit communication. Now, it doesn't mean you can't get communication when you're not in a deeply relaxed state. You don't have to be in deep meditation. But for what we're going to do, it would be helpful because it will enhance your experience. But once you're used to kind of being in this state of relaxation and expanded awareness that I'm going to teach you, it will be much easier for you to pick up on the communication that you're already getting. And our intention is to support you to expand your understanding of it. This really is what the key is being aware of what's already happening. It's not so much that you've got a lot to learn, although yes, learning a few things can help your physical mind to get on board, to say, okay, maybe there's something to it. But in truth, it's not about learning, it's about being aware of what's already been going on, right? So that's it. That's really it. So we're just going to help you expand your awareness, slip into what is a natural state of channeling, which you have experienced at some time in your life when you've been lost in an activity, maybe enjoying something like whatever your hobby is. Maybe it's gardening, maybe it's painting, maybe it's cooking, whatever it is that you enjoy doing. You and I know you've been in an experience where you just kind of lost track of time. You just got so in the moment that if you forgot, like 10 minutes passed by, you thought it was 1 minute, or an hour went by and you thought it was 10 minutes. That's a channeling state, right? The channeling state is a state of flow. But you can also enter it deliberately by setting the intention to connect with someone across the veil, whether that's a guide or an angel or a loved one, right? Because they all exist in the non-physical realm. So when you do that, you're literally expanding your awareness because you have to kind of reach to connect with them, right? But again, this isn't something mystical or mysterious or magical. It's really a natural part of being. Your only difference now is you're going to be aware, going to be more aware and conscious, and you're going to start noticing what they may have already been trying to get through to you. All right. So okay, I'd like you to close your eyes, right? Get comfortable. Going to take a few deep cleansing breaths. Just breathe in through your nose and exhale out your mouth, setting the intention to relax. 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 Again, take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, relax. This time, I'd like you to also affirm, I am one with all that is. I am one with all that is. I am one with all that is. And take a few moments to keep repeating that to yourself, either aloud or in your mind. You can try it both ways and see how it feels to you, but you can do it silently as well. I am one with all that is. This or any other similar affirmation that you repeat that basically states that you're one with the universe, one with creation, one with God, right? One with source. That is the highest truth. And your body hears the words you say. So it takes that in and immediately starts to relax. So let's repeat that again, just to be sure you're in a relaxed state. I am one with all that is. I am one with all that is. Take another deep breath in and exhale. And now I'd like you to set the intention for who you want to connect with. And again, it can be a spirit guide. You don't have to know their name. They don't necessarily have names even. It could be an angel. Your guardian angel might be a good one. Could be a loved one on the other side, whoever they are. So I'd like you to call out to them in your mind and ask them to connect with you. Ask them to merge with you and blend with you. And all you're going to do is set the intention to expand your energy field. And that's all you need to do is set the intention to expand your non-physical energy body. And it does. So you're expanding your awareness, remaining in a relaxed state, inviting whoever it is you've called out to merge with you, to blend with you, or asking them to make themselves known to you, either through giving you any physical sensations or messages, perhaps that come into your mind, or sounds you hear, even a voice you might hear, any visions that you have, symbols that appear in your mind, colors, shapes. It could be anything. Again, channeling doesn't always have to be in words or language. It could be that you perceive some knowing, like something just comes to you. You could get a download of information. Just let the energies that they're transmitting to you just come. This is about allowing. There's no trying involved. It's just tuning in and allowing, letting it in, letting it in. Most of all, let's invite the spirit world to pour their love over us, because all of them are simply radiating unconditional love. And isn't this a good time for all of us to be bathed in that love, to take that love in, and then to reciprocate and broadcast our love back to them? So I'd like you to feel this full flowing exchange of love coming into your heart and your soul and your being from whoever it is in the spirit world that you're reaching out to. Feel their love embracing you, healing you, uplifting you, rejuvenating you. You are part of the love that they are, that we all are. So drink in this love, soak it up, let it come into every cell of your being. Right? I'm just going to give you a moment to experience whatever you're experiencing. Again, there's no trying involved, there's just allowing. Just trust whatever it is that you're feeling, hearing, seeing, smelling, tasting, knowing. And understand that every time you do this exercise, this very exercise, you will experience it differently. Next time, your experience might be deeper, or maybe it's lighter, right? The reason it will never be the same is because you're constantly changing. You're constantly in a new state. So there's no point or purpose to comparing to the past. There's only the here and now. So just experience whatever you experience, whether you're receiving messages or not. Even if you believe you're experiencing nothing, it's impossible to experience nothing. Maybe all you're perceiving is a void, in which case, congratulations, high five, because that's actually a high level experience, believe it or not, that you may be touching the void that is beyond fifth dimension, where it's just empty space. Okay? The void is not empty. The void is full of possibilities. Right? So now that you've experienced something, right, I'd like you to take a moment to just ask for whatever you need. Like maybe you have a question. Maybe that question is, well, how am I doing? Meaning, like, how am I doing in life? Or maybe your question is, how can I communicate more clearly and easily with you? Or maybe your question is there something you like to tell me or show me or share with me? Whatever your question is, and it could be something completely different. Make up your own question. Ask that question and then notice what comes to you in response to your question. Trust whatever it is that immediately happens. Okay, remember it's not always verbal. It could be a sensation. And if the answer to that question feels complete to you, go ahead and ask another question. We're holding the space for you right now, literally between heaven and earth, because Alan is working with the spirit world. That was his agreement. That's his mission on the other side. So you'll find when you come back to this video or any of our videos that you will find it easier to connect through the veil because everything's happening here and now. And whether you watch this 2 hours from now, tomorrow, a month from now, 5 years from now, it'll always be now. And we will always be holding this space, whether I'm still in a body or on the other side with Alan, we will still be holding this space. So I'd like you to feel into that energy that we're creating together, Alan, me, and all of you, right? Individually and collectively. Trust whatever it is you experience, right? Any spirits that connect with you, as long as you're in a positive state, you will experience them positively, right? There is nothing to fear in the spirit world. Any so-called negative experiences people have are merely a reflection of their own inner negativity that they can tap into. But that means it's within their control. And so it is within your control. So if you want, you could ask another question. And whatever your answers are, I'd love to hear about them. So if you want to comment below on our channel, because I can't necessarily see everything in the live chat because we're live streaming right now and I won't necessarily see everything there. So comment below. And if you have a question, I'll do my best to answer. If you have a question about what you experienced. Now take another deep breath in. And on the exhale, I'd like you to, I'm inviting you. I'm not directing you to do it, but I invite you to set the intention to integrate this experience. Now, why I say that is because You're always shifting and changing, and you want to integrate this because you've now expanded your awareness, whether you believe it or not. I promise you, you have. Whether you feel it or not, you have. So integrate this expansion that you've just experienced. Okay. See if you can notice the difference. Do you feel a little shift? It's okay if you don't. It's okay. That doesn't mean you haven't. But the more you pay attention and be more aware, the more you will notice it. Okay, because up till now, chances are you haven't been aware. And that's okay. We come here pretty much unaware of being spiritual beings. But right now, the Great Awakening is happening on the planet, which means that people are beginning to understand that they are a spirit being having a physical experience. That's what ascension is all about, is raising our awareness, expanding it to become more of who we truly are, and letting go of the limiting beliefs and false definitions that we have been carrying around, that we took on from others, mostly well-meaning others like parents and teachers, friends, society, right? Becoming awakened is about taking responsibility, understanding that you get to choose what beliefs you prefer and create your life from them. So if your beliefs don't serve you, you can let them go. And your guides and your loved ones want to support you in this. They want to support you in expanding your awareness. Why do I say that? Because they know that when you drop your body, when you physically die, your body dies, your spirit lives forever. So they know that when you go home, you're going to realize, oh, I am a spirit and I had a physical existence. And they also know that there's no greater achievement that a soul can have than to fully awaken while they're still in a body. Do you understand that that is opportunity is in your hands right now, and that channeling your guides and your loved ones is a way to achieve that? Because every time you channel, you bring in the fifth dimension energy. Fifth dimension is the spirit world. And let's be clear, you can't go to the spirit world with a body. So all this nonsense that people are teaching that we're moving into fifth dimension, no, you're moving into fourth density, which is the closest frequency to the fifth dimension or fifth density, right? That is achievable. That's what ascension is about. But in channeling, what we're doing is bringing in the fifth dimensional energy, which allows us to expand. Okay, it brings up all of our issues, though, because whatever doesn't match the higher frequency of unconditional love is going to be revealed. And your guides can help you process that. So can your loved one to a certain degree. It depends on their level of consciousness. But certainly your spirit guides can. You can even request for a spirit guide to help you with that. A lot of you don't even know that you can ask for guides. Absolutely, you can ask for guides. We're going to teach a workshop on that coming up next year to help people connect with their spirit guides. It is not difficult. You don't need to take, like, I don't know, an 8-week workshop. I mean, you can, it could be fun, but we want to teach it in like 2 hours and get you going, because you learn by doing, not by like sitting in some lecture or, hearing a teacher drone on and on. You learn by doing. Most of us do, at least I know I do. Okay, by just getting in there and doing it, not reading theory. You don't need to read theory. That's what AI is for. It's made my job a bit easier in a sense because you can go read about these things, but it's not going to teach you how to do it, because you need to be learning from somebody who's already doing it and holding the space. Most of all, holding this this bubble for you, if you will, of a reality bubble that is a heaven on earth because it is connecting this non-physical with the physical. That's what you need to look for. It's not about information. Right. So take another deep breath in. And this time I want you to ground yourself. Really ground yourself using the power of your intention, setting roots down into the ground, anchoring yourself to Mother Earth. And we're helping you, by the way, asking your guides to help you ground yourself. It's important to be well grounded if you want to channel or connect with the other side. It'll be easier, your connection will be stronger, it will flow more fluidly when you're well grounded. Right? I know for some people that sounds strange. They think that you should be more out of your body, but it's actually quite the opposite. If you're not well grounded, you actually have very, let's say, challenging time connecting as high as you can because the connection is kind of off kilter. It's by being really grounded that you have a stronger opening. It's more stable. Right. So I'm just checking in our live chat right now. Okay. And again, if you want to learn automatic writing, we have our special right now. Later, it'll be back to its regular price. But for now, it's just $27. It's $20 off the original price. And it is going to help you begin to do automatic writing, which is something you can do on your own and get evidence. Let them write through you. It is so easy for spirit to put their words and their thoughts and their messages in our mind. That's why I say it's so easy that you don't believe it because you think you're talking to yourself. But if you have listened to any of our other videos here on YouTube, you know that we've talked about how your imagination is the passageway through which the spirit world talks to you and drops it into your mind. That is not your physical ego mind talking to you. It does not do that. So let's be clear. Imagination is communication from beyond you. Okay. You use imagination, however, in visualization for you to communicate with the other side. So when you visualize, let's say, your loved one, because you want to connect with them, so you visualize meeting them in a special place, which is something we teach people in our Bridge to Heaven sessions, one-on-one sessions, where we train you to be your own medium. When you do that, yes, you're deliberately visualizing it. You use your imagination. That's you doing it, right? You're doing that to invite them in, to connect with you. It's like you're literally creating a dimensional space so that they can meet you. And in your visualizing it using your imagination, you've now met them halfway in that corridor between earth and heaven. So it's not as difficult for them to come through because you've done some of the heavy lifting. Rather than waiting passively, hoping, praying that you'll get some communication, you're being proactive, right? That's you using your imagination. But when you're just living your life or you're just sitting there relaxed or doing this exercise that you just did with us, and something just drops into your mind, that's them. That's not you. You weren't sitting there going, okay, I'm going to make something up. And it's so funny to me because when I work with people and they have these profound visions or things that happen and they go, well, I don't know. I think I did this or I made this. I go, no, you didn't make any of that up. That was your loved one. But the way the ego is, your physical mind is, it thinks that it's done everything. That's the problem. The physical mind wants to take credit for everything. Well, I did that. When it's not its job. The physical mind's sole job is to perceive experience, to be aware of what's happening. not to conceive it, not to give you an original idea, an inspired thought. That never comes from your physical mind. Now, you can ask your physical mind, well, what did I do last year when I had this problem? And it will regurgitate that for you. But that solution may or not work for you in the now. But that's the only thing the physical mind can give you is what happened before or what's happening now. That's it. Can it give you an inspired, intuitive idea of what would be great for you to do now? Because now is a different moment. Now you're a different person. No, it can't do that. But your higher mind can give you that idea through your imagination that just drops in. You go, oh, that's a great idea. I have these kind of messages come in, meaning like thoughts and visions, ideas, all the time. So much that I can't keep up with all of them. And you can too. I'm not the only one. I'm not special in that. You are having this very likely, and you're writing it off. Because I promise you, the spirit world has been talking to you from the day you took a breath. Literally. Because you came here with the support of the other side. That was agreed upon, that you'd have guides, angels, loved ones who would always be doing everything they could for you. Not that they're going to take care of it all for you, because you came here to also have challenges, but they certainly came here to support you, certainly came here to help you prevent experiencing something that you don't need to experience. Did you know that? That they can be trying to like point out something to you, like warn you, not in a fearful way, by directing you more positively, like maybe giving you a dream that foretold something that you experienced and realized, oh, this looks familiar, and you decided in an instant to behave differently. That can happen, my friends, right? And yet you think, oh, that was lucky. There was no luck involved, right? The other side is constantly doing everything it can to help us. Always, okay? You're always getting everything. They're never, ever going to hold back one iota of anything, right? So whatever's happening is always for your highest good. It's always, let's just say, it's always blessed, even when you have some very difficult challenges. Because remember, some of it you set it up, and they know that. And so even though they're not going to prevent that challenge from happening because they know you as a soul planned it, they're here to support you through it. They're here to help you figure out how to navigate that, right? How to override that. So know that even when you're dealing with some difficult thing, like the loss of a loved one, that your guides are there saying, but this can still be good. You haven't lost them. They're not dead. You're just going to have a different relationship. And if you can choose to believe that that relationship, well, yes, it'll be different. That different doesn't have to be inferior. That different can, in fact, be transcendent and extraordinary. That relationship can open you up as a soul to a degree that you've never been able to do in any lifetime. And I'm getting goosebumps when I'm talking to you, so I know this is true. You'll see that the opportunity is there, that they're giving you. And I know it sounds hard to grasp, right? That their death could be a blessing, but it can be. That their passing, when it happened, was their choice, because all death is chosen by the soul, not the personality that they are, not the ego that they are, but the soul. Death is always agreed upon by the soul when it's going to exit. And so if you are living right now in these challenging times, it is very likely for most of you that your loved ones knew that you would be going through this time of intense transformation where you're going to witness extraordinary things happening in this world. And it will be a bit sometimes overwhelming for some people. It doesn't have to be for you. That's what they've told me. But you need to open up to being the spirit that you are, because that's where your power is, not in your physical mind. You have to embrace this idea full on. And then you can have the most incredible relationship through the veil. But it's not just about connecting with them, right? Having them back in your life. It's that too. That's sort of the foundation. But the real blessing in it is that you're going to come fully alive and you're going to be reborn in that sense, just like they have come alive on the other side. We must come alive while we're here. And so that you and I can have actually what they don't even have. This is what Alan told me. He said, you know, Pam, you can have it all. He says, I don't have a physical body. And yet I'm in the spirit world, but I can't have a physical body. I'd have to be born into a physical body like he originally was, just like all of us were. But I can't have that right now in this moment. But you are in a physical body, Pam, and you can become more of the spirit that you are while you're in that body, and therefore have it all. Be able to live with one foot in the physical world and the other foot in the non-physical. That is what fourth density is. And fourth density is living a life of magic and miracles, where life is synchronistic and your manifestations are virtually instantaneous because you have no limiting beliefs, you have no fears, and you've become who you truly are. So your loved ones want to give that to you, right? And the path to do that, in my opinion, is channeling. So today we've taught you to first what? Blend, right? Invite them in, blend, merge with them, ask a question. It can be as simple as, how am I doing today? Or what do you want to tell me today? Whatever comes to you. And then trust the next thing that happens. Trust whatever you feel, hear, see, taste, smell, know. Whatever happens next is their answer, right? The more you repeat that, the more practiced you get at it, the more you'll experience that they're right here, right now, because that's all there is right here, right now. The afterlife is not some faraway place. It is literally interwoven into physical reality. It's just a different dimension. Okay, so it's literally entwined. And all you need to do to tap in is just relax, ask for connection, trust what happens. You're going to find that your experiences will be richer, deeper, possibly more frequent, because the veil is thinning to such a degree that for many people, quite soon, it'll be non-existent, right? That time has been predicted and coming, and you can lean into that right now. You don't have to wait. You don't have to wait. All right. So practice this. Let me know how it goes for you. I will give you feedback. Post down below. Watch all of our videos. I've heard from a few people that binged watched all our videos and they made a lot of progress. So if you haven't watched all our videos, what are you doing? Get going. Because literally, we're holding the space for you in every single video. And if you want to try something, turn on that video, let's say whether it's on your phone, on your computer, on your TV, I don't know, whatever. And just turn the volume off and just be in that state with your loved one. Yeah, just be in that state. Maybe you can have the volume on a little bit, a little bit loud, but turn it down. Be in the energy, because we're creating a field here, and it's palpable, and you will feel it. I promise you'll feel it. And it's going to get stronger and stronger as more people like you and me and all the people are realizing that this is a real thing. As more of us tap into the other side and connect and continue with our relationships to the spirit world there, the stronger that field becomes. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week. Don't forget the automatic writing workshop, and don't forget commenting below so that I can help you out. All right. Send you love. Today is the day before Thanksgiving in this year, and we wish you a happy Thanksgiving and sending you lots and lots of love. Bye-bye.